99 real smooth. Talking about the things you grew. Shows and movies and review. Honest takes while staying true. Keep it 99. Pure and fine. Your reviews align with hearts and minds.
AI gotta be stopped. We gotta stop the AI. Okay, it's going too far.
Listen, I'm shout out to my guy Twin Jackson. I was supposed to have a Twin Jackson song, but I forgot I got a new computer. And then none of them songs is on this computer. So that's why it took me a little longer to start the show tour. But it's your boy Laughers. I'm looking cute, looking clean, looking six. Of course, y'all see I'm joined with the one, the only Afro Comedy 765. You know they tour it.
You already know you're welcome, neighborhood scumbag. Here to get supposed to do with this dirtbag thing, getting a different day, all gas, no breaks, cold, hot takes, everything that comes with it. Ready to talk about the titans of our industry.
If y'all didn't know, if y'all didn't read the title, if you somehow just clicked this video on accident,
Shout out
this
to
is
you
this is
if you're
Marvel
still
versus
watching.
DC. MV is DC. I mean, MV is Marvel, and DC is of course DC.
BZ.
But we are talking about who did it better, and we're gonna go by categories. We have 12 categories that we are gonna go through, and we're gonna discuss who did it better because we have to break it down. We are not a show that just tells you what to think. We break it down, and then you can decide for yourself. Add in the comments if you think we got something wrong. Like and subscribe to that notification bell. Hype whatever else they add to it. You can, if you see it later on, go do that. Share it with your friends so they can argue. We are live every Tuesday at 10 Eastern. So join next week if you can. And of course, we just get it started. We are talking about again Marvel versus DC Comics, Warner Brothers DC Comics. Warner Brothers ain't been doing good, but we're gonna see if they can win this competition. Up first is who did it better story. Who has better stories?
Look, I want to preface this by saying I'm a Marvel nigga, but like if we're gonna be honest, it all time, and then like especially even currently, in my opinion, DC takes the win in this. Like Dark Knight's Metal, even though we're some 4 or 5 years removed from Dark Knight's Metal, fucking that shit still one of the best comic stories of the last decade, and fucking did it all masterfully. Um, yeah, I mean, look, and that's not to discount any of the amazing stories that have happened in Marvel, fucking, because there are a plethora. Fucking, I'm an immortal Hulk Negro. Um, I'm also an Age of Apocalypse Negro. Uh, but it's just I don't know. It hurts me to say. I don't like saying DC, but I feel like it's DC.
We can talk about it a little more. The new X Men is really good.
It is.
Marvel
It
did
is.
the new X Men is really good. We've learned a lot.
When
Um,
they look when they put fucking Professor X back on his feet, you knew shit was different. The
Listen,
introduction
what
of the Six sort of trivialized a lot of problems for the X Men, though, and I think they've done a really good job of giving the X Men more problems to deal with after essentially just like making almost every X Men immortal.
Yeah, and then they figured out a way around it. We found out a lot about Mystique and Nightcrawler situation, which was very interesting. And we found out that Nightcrawler is an Omega level mutant once he figured out how his power actually worked. Which
But okay, I have a problem with that because we've done it. Remember, Iceman was an Omega level mutant once he like it always. It's always got to be some. Oh, it's pushing you to the next level. And we finally fucking declared fucking Magneto truly to be Omega when he somehow used the iron in his blood to circulate through his body without a heart when fucking that dang Thanos' grandpa showed up and started whooping everybody's ass. You remember that? Fucking nigga showed up on Mars and fucking just wrecked everyone.
that was a good
All the
story too. When
Krakoas,
Thanos
all
basically when Thanos had to fight Thanos in the future because Thanos won and he got bored. He's like, hey, I need to die.
yeah.
But he was too prideful to just let somebody
But
kill him. So he's like, yo, I gotta have somebody to kill me.
I don't know. I feel like the superhero tropes are all so overdone at this point. Whenever you can do something that's even just a little bit of a twist on it, it sticks out super hardcore. So
Yeah.
like,
But
but
as you said, I like the new Black Panther transformation, but Black Panther it kind of lost me toward the end of the new comic that just happened. Basically, became like Size K's, and a big panther was behind him. Then Superman does the same thing. Like a month later, I'm like, hey, okay, now I guess y'all see Susanoo for Naruto. So we're just gonna do that now.
but there's also in Marvel in general, there's just like I don't know, there's just something about the way they do power creep now that doesn't. Like I said, I'm still Marvel over DC, but there's just man, and I
But we
understand
get
that everybody has to get stronger, like that's the thing. But like the recent the Venom run that happened after the whole King in Black event, I enjoyed that, like the whole Bedlam aspect. Fucking Eddie Brock going through time, sort of seeing all these different iterations of himself as the King in Black, leading to Dylan, his son being Codex and everything else. Like that was a really good. But I'm also, we all know I'm a sucker for Null and all Null adjacent content. So like that's a bias that I have towards the whole King in Black event.
I'm gonna give it a DC too. I just want to argue for Marvel a little bit, but it's DC because.
Oh, I'm Marvel over
But yeah, it's gonna be DC. Got one. Let me know in the comment if you agree. Like and subscribe. That notification bell. All that again. Next up, we already mentioned it a little bit. Power scaling.
DC. Um. Okay. I don't want
All
to.
of it, Watson. We going through a list of who just did it better overall, and we will get to those. So it's gonna be interesting. That's why I like. That's why I like these conversations.
Uh, power scaling, me personally, and I feel like this is a very. I give power scaling to Marvel because
Ooh.
look, and I know shit gets crazy in Marvel, but we're not gonna act like fucking shit don't get super crazy over in DC too. Like there's just I don't know, man. Like when you just think about the Lantern Corps alone and how overpowered they get, and they're just a small portion. And here's the problem is you can go tit for tat with the same thing with Marvel, but I feel like Marvel does it just a little bit better because I always feel like when like shit gets super out of hand in DC, like it just sort of smacks you in the face, and it's like you never had a chance to begin with. So and like they always find a nice little workaround, but like when I think about power scaling, or are we talking about who gets more powerful?
That's just power
Because like
scaling. Let me give you my example. I was
okay,
think I was giving it DC because my problem with Marvel is even though I do think at the heights DC gets ridiculous. I just feel like
it
Marvel is
gets
so.
wild,
I feel like
yo.
Marvel's is just inconsistent. Like
Yeah,
this chap,
but
like this book,
but
Thor is
okay.
like the strongest being. Then this book, Thor is
Here's
not the
my
strongest.
thing
Then
though.
Thor gets
Here's
strong.
my thing. I
I
feel
know
like
where Superman at most of the time.
and you can tell me this could very obviously be a bias, but like I feel like sort of the inconsistency in Marvel's power scaling is why I like it because it's relatable for me, yo. Like not everyone's gonna be having the best day all the time, yo. Like, but that like I said,
Yeah,
I'm a
which
Marvel nigga,
sometimes she get beat up by the X Men,
and
and next time she can erase all their powers, and just cause she upset.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like sometimes look, you can't look. If we were to look at every plot hole that had anything to do with power scaling in either company, like fucking, it would we'd be there for so long. But like, if we're talking about who's got the highest highs in power scaling, I think it's DC. I think DC's got the highest highs in power scaling. But if we're talking about which power scaling system do I like better, I like Marvel's better.
He does. Hey, but sometimes Miss Marvel is stronger than the Hulk. This is what I'm saying. It's really inconsistent.
Yes, it
It's
is,
very
but
inconsistent.
I feel like that's sort of the nature of comic books now though, like and has been for quite some time, like ever changing writers. Not everyone's gonna write the
But I think
characters the same.
DC is tend to be a lot more consistent, except for Batman. Batman makes no sense, but
Yeah, but
Batman makes no sense.
white guy with money always makes sense.
Even when
But
Joker became Batman in Dark Knight Metal, I'm like, you
yeah, the
still
Batman.
two humans, dog. I don't know
Hey,
how you became
but
a god.
but you gotta okay.
Like,
But
Tori,
no,
how does he become a? He fought a
he,
war god,
well no, and
killed him, and took his
he
helmet after
stole
tricking them.
Doctor. Remember, he had his brain put in Doctor Manhattan's body.
How the fuck he get that off? He's just
I
a
mean,
man.
that's look. Bruce Wayne on the Joker toxin's different, bruh. That shit different.
Outside of
But
Bruce Wayne,
yes, he put his brain. The Batman who last became a god because he put his brain in Doctor Manhattan's body. That's exactly. Listen, I'm
and
sure there was
kills
a bit.
Wonder Woman, and then after she tries to stop him, after he puts
Yeah, that
what's
yo.
his
But
name helmet
think
on,
about
all of
how
a sudden he's
powerful
strong.
all them niggas got just in that one storyline. Think about how crazy powerful the Batman who left, how
That's what he's doing
ridiculously
to Justice
powerful
League.
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman got fucking. Wonder Woman almost went fucking multiversal there for a second, yo.
They
Wonder
try,
like
I did
like a
like they try to explain it that she's Zeus' daughter. I'm like, you
well, they did that, but then they were like, oh, well, she was taught by this person, and they locked away this part of her memory, and she didn't get this power, and like, but I mean, it look, if like I said, it all depends on what you. If we're talking highest highs, DC takes it because it'd be throwing random niggas all the way into the stratosphere sometimes, but it hits,
it's just because
and
Batman
I
got
mean,
ridiculous. Batman created an army of the most powerful beings on Earth and just made himself all of them.
if it hits, yo, it hits. I can't say nothing,
I'm like,
and like. But I have a very jaded view of comic books at a certain point too. I think it's because like I think we came up in like the deadlands of comics, sort of like that
yeah,
people
when it
didn't
was
know if the market was ever going to bounce back in the early 2000s. I remember a lot of local comic book stores going out of business, but low key that sort of helped because like they had sales and like you go and buy fucking just dozens of comic books for just as many dollars at certain points, and it was just shit to read. But that's also why I'm like the 2000s, specifically like the early 2000s, were a nasty time for comic books on both sides. Like the niggas was.
Marvel got sold to Disney at this point because they was feeling so bad. After they already sold all the rights to all the most popular characters.
So I guess my question to you is, are we talking about who's got the highest highs, or who's do we like better? Like
Yeah, who do we
out of
like better?
oh well, then I like Marvel. I like Marvel's better. But like I
I
said, if
like
we're
I
talking,
like DC.
so
Hollywood Watson. Break the tie. Let's go. See what y'all got. Let's see what they got. But yeah, I just happen to feel like I just happen to feel like
no,
DC's a little more
like I
good.
said, if we're talking about in DC powers
Like I
scared
know
me
it's Superman that usually.
more I don't know. Think about Superman in his entirety. The nigga used to shoot little versions of himself out of his fingertips that would fly around his
I wasn't
fucking head.
technically that is true,
I
but I
wasn't
wasn't
born. I
born
wasn't. I wasn't
then.
born then either, yo. I wasn't born then either. But I'm just saying, like the power scaling's gotten kind of wonky. Like they've definitely toned it down because if he was still just shooting out miniatures of Superman flying around fucking shit
But he
up out
did fly through about what 8 years ago, 10 years. He flew through like 10 stars.
well, think you
A
could go back
Batman.
just
How did Batman control 10 stars
look
to line up perfectly so Superman can fly
we
through
knew it
all?
was different. Look, we knew it was different when Superman been pressed the Earth, yo. And like we weren't. I
What
mean,
he did like
some
he
people,
did it for like a years. He been
yeah,
with
bro.
Earth for
Like,
years.
yeah, like this nigga. Come on, out here
Superman
just
did.
fucking up the ecosystem, fucking up the weather. Nigga, unseasonably hot summers, unreasonably cold winters. Also, this nigga could try and get some gains. Fuck that. That's why I don't fuck with Superman like that, nigga. You could have.
Superman the most bland character. He's so strong up. But
No,
y'all again,
no,
let us know who
but
y'all
we,
choose.
we also got to think about fucking Superman ruining the comic book death. Yo, but that's the Superman. Comic books were never the same afterwards.
it became Shonen.
Yo,
By the way,
shit just wasn't.
it'll be a wash unless somebody answers. So I do appreciate, but we do have to go on. Who did it better? Who made the best female characters? Main characters, basically. From Wonder Woman to Scarlet Witch.
I don't fuck with Wonder Woman. The Harley Quinn is a if for me. I don't fuck with. Yeah, it's Marvel for me, yo. Cause like, just like,
We ain't rocking with
just
Harley Quinn.
I rock with Harley Quinn as a idea. You know what I mean?
You ain't rocking with
Everybody,
Margot Robbie.
I've always and forever, yo. But I just don't. I just if I'm looking at like who has more female characters that I like Marvel does, and like some of them are just in the X-Men, and fucking some of them actually have decent spin-offs. Some of them fucking are just bit role players. But like I don't give a fuck about Lois Lane.
I go. I can see that. Let's go. Let's go. I go with Marvel. I give it a Marvel. Yeah, because Rogue, Storm, X Men by itself carry.
Well, that's what I'm saying. X-Men, yo, and I'm a Kitty Pryde Negro, yo. Niggas throw doubt on Shadow Cat, but like her baby got turned into a dragon, and then she was a vampire, and she was a fucking
Did
pirate
she
for a
give birth to
while.
like that alien thing?
No, she gave birth to like a regular baby, but then it got like turned into a mystical dragon. But she done all kinds of shit, yo. She was a vampire for a minute, a vampire, if you will, because she was a pirate too. She was a vampire pirate. She was
Kitty
a
Pryde just
vampire.
do on some.
Yo, Kitty
Kitty
Pryde just be on the craziest side missions ever, and
so, they be like,
I fuck
hey,
with.
we got to save the world, but Kitty, I need you to go do this in
Yo,
random
Kitty
places.
just be no, but she was doing important shit too, because like you gotta think when the X Men
It
were
was, but it was
established,
to get to this point. But she had to
but
go
but
somewhere
remember
weird.
remember
She
she
was in the
had one.
video game world, and she.
And just recently though, she just had a whole arc like when the mutants were establishing themselves as a nation, and like she was like playing like smuggler. She was like smuggling the niggas to Krakoa and shit. You know what I mean? Fucking like Kitty probably just be doing side missions, and like yes, some of them are trivial as fuck. But like that shit, it hits every fucking time, bro. I don't know what it is, but and it's hit since she was following Wolverine around, fucking when I was like 8, learning how to read
Oh
off
yeah, she
comics.
did get pregnant by the alien, the Brood.
Yeah, okay. The Brood. Shout
She
out to the
gave birth
Brood.
to like the end of existence. Almost. She gave
See
birth
what I
to the
mean?
Brood.
See what I mean? Kitty Pride just be having the craziest side missions, yo.
Like, why they
And
always
like,
pick her?
and I'm
She,
sure like there's some, but I'm also biased because like patriarchy. Fuck Wonder Woman, yo. I don't. Come on now. I don't give a fuck about Wonder Woman. Also, Batgirl's low key a victim. We saw how. I mean, she cool and all, but you see how she ended up in a wheelchair and then decided she needed to be like the tech bitch. Like she wasn't in the field for real, for real. She was in the field for real, but she like didn't decide to stay there reasonably so. If the Joker showed up, shot and essayed me, I would want to get a death job too. I'm not gonna lie.
that's true. Who did it better? Heroes.
Do we? Yo,
Superman, Batman,
yeah. I mean,
Green Lantern, Flash
oh, okay,
versus
but like,
Iron Man, Thor,
what do
Hulk.
you mean by heroes? Like, are we talking about like impact, notoriety, fucking? Because if we're talking about like those kind of metrics, it's DC. Because like,
That's what I'm going with too. That's what I'm talking about, Mitch.
yeah,
To be
okay,
fair, half the people in Marvel became villains halfway through,
yeah, but Marvel,
or
I don't
not
know.
technically villains, but like
I'm a bias, like I said,
tweeners.
because I'm a Marvel nigga. But if I'm suspending my bias, DC wins this. Like we
Like,
know I'm a numbers nigga at the end of the day too.
I'm gonna
Like
be real. Half of Marvel heroes were not heroes.
yeah, but like you got to think the early 2000s were like that raunchy anti-hero. Like they were trying to save the industry off of like black leather and sunglasses and fucking.
Listen, Iron Man slept with every girl he saw and didn't care and left him.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, yo, he was an
the Hulk
alcoholic
kind of would,
womanizer,
the Hulk would
yo.
kill everybody and be like, "Oh my bad." Uh,
Never forget about the old man Logan story where the Hulk just kills everybody and decides to have incest children with She-Hulk and rule over a good part of the country.
Cyclops slept with a clone over his wife's grave.
Yeah, real nigga shit. Real nigga shit. He's a horrible person. If Cam was here, he would talk about the greatness of this Scott Summers, but
Cyclops is a horrible human being.
fuck,
His
yo,
stories are terrible.
yo, that nigga racist as hell.
Yo, the second you sleep with your new
Oh
girl
yeah,
over your ex's grave is crazy, and there's a clone.
but it's a clone, so like, is it really that bad? Like
Yes,
genetically,
that's worse. Hey, I
genetically, does it
replaced you
change?
with you, and hear
Well,
me on top of your grave.
he thought she was dead, and it was like a heat of the moment thing, yo.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Look at it from. And I'm not a Scott Summers guy, but I am a scumbag. So I'm saying, look, he thought she was dead, yo. Fucking, it was a heat of the moment. He caught a random boner at the graveyard, and fucking, I mean,
That's crazy to say. On
I
top
fuck,
of the grave, though. You couldn't go to his
I
house.
fuck with scumbaggery. So like, I fuck with Scott Summer on this, but that nigga's still, yo, that
For,
nigga
y-
militant as hell.
for y'all that don't know, we got one wash, one for Marvel, and two for DC. On to who did it better? Comics. The paper. The written.
I'm a Marvel nigga, so I have to go Marvel because like I said, in recent times, fucking DC's gotten better, and there were times when Marvel was worse. But like, if I'm talking about like the comics, I was spending money on. But like I said, it was also the early 2000s and so on. So like,
This is a bias too, and I'm probably gonna say Marvel too. I'm a Marvel guy, so
yeah, we'll go ahead and talk. Look,
so
we'll
this
give
is
it the bias point. We'll give it the bias point. Look, that's real.
because this
So
is a comic. You can say story and comics the same thing. I'm like, which one you bought more than comic?
yeah,
Story
because
is
that's what,
story. It's just the same. It's which one you bought.
yeah, story, but that's also I haven't I haven't tuned in to a Marvel like I said since fucking Dark Knight's Metal and the immediate aftermath of that. Like I haven't clicked back in. I mean,
Oh, when Doctor Manhattan couldn't see past Superman, and they had that whole story. That was amazing.
yeah, but the hell thing that's been almost a decade ago at this
That
point.
was,
You know what I mean? But it was a very poignant time. I don't think it's quite been that long. I want to say like 5 6 years. Round up, folks. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm okay with being wrong.
okay, who did it better? Character work, backstories of these characters.
Man,
Got thinking back of Wolverine being a Civil War fighter, Captain America story.
yeah,
Uh,
I have to go Marvel, and like I at the same time I'm thinking about like some of the DC backstories, and some of them are amazing, but like
Jon Stewart.
yes, I mean, but I don't know. DC's always felt more boring to me, but anytime I say that, niggas, the comic book community is so divisive. It's not even funny. So like it's literally one of them damned if you do, damned if you don't situations. But I'm going Marvel, and I'm sure there's a nigga that's got 1,001 reasons why I'm wrong. But if I think about it, like even back to, and I'm trying not to be like cliche, but like I think about like how if
Uh,
I've went back and read stories from Marvel from before I was born. I've not done the same with DC.
I'm giving it a Marvel too, and let me give my reasoning for it. DC stories are all basic stuff. Superman, an alien who came to Earth and got raised by two old parents in a form.
But
All
you
right,
gotta think he was the first alien that showed. I mean, if we're
yeah.
talking comics, but like but I don't know.
Batman is just a billionaire kid whose parents got shot, and now
Yeah,
he's got
but
a vendetta against,
I'm an anti Bruce Wayne nigga. Niggas know this.
and now he beats up mentally ill patients.
Yo, could it look? And I
John
hate to
Stewart
be
has got
that.
a good backstory. John Stewart got a
Yo,
good back.
think about all the niggas that went into debt in the early Batman years just because they were pulling a robbery, and this nigga pulls up and breaks your jaw and your leg and fucking, and now you got the crazy medical debt and fucking.
Like, if you want to go basic, Magneto got a better story than all these.
Yo, that nigga survived Auschwitz.
You know what I'm saying? And then
And
if you watch X-Men 97 and you didn't know before, they showed you, he's like, never
yo,
again. He
the
hit you with that never again.
he was like, I'm Jewish as hell, nigga. Ah,
Like they branded me, but never again will I be branded.
He was
He went
going for
off,
it.
dog. He
But
went
even
off.
even comic book Magneto though, like yo, that nigga different, you know. He is.
Wolverine living for thousands of years because he couldn't die was a great story. Deadpool story is very interesting. It's just more. It's
Yeah,
not.
but hold on, we can't. Deadpool has had interesting runs, but like I feel like when niggas get a right Deadpool, it's like just like a fanfare thing. Like you get a break the fourth wall in your writing. You don't really get to do that too often in comic books. Fucking, it's just like, don't get me wrong, Deadpool's had some amazing runs, but there's a reason why when we think about Deadpool runs, we think about when like he killed the Marvel universe or when he killed, you know what I mean? We think about him going, he, but I fuck with Deadpool. Wade Wilson is a tragic anti-hero, the likes of which we haven't seen in a very long time. I'm low key glazing.
Man, like I said, John Stewart. I gotta shout out some of the ones at DC I like. He was a architect at one time, but then he became a veteran in
That is,
Detroit.
yeah.
Then he did his war story, and then he got the thing as a well-to-do man. But like I said, even that story is kind of like he's a military man. Whereas you got one of Maximoff who maybe or maybe not, depending on what story you read, the daughter Magneto,
I was about to say
and got bombed when she was a child
she's
and
not even a
saved the thing.
mutant anymore technically, yo. She made everybody's mutant powers go away like a little over a decade ago. We brought them back low key one by one till we got to this fucking junction we're at now, and it's just been now she's not even a mutant. Fucking she was adopted. Fucking I don't know what Quicksilver. What I don't know, man.
Peter Parker, his Uncle Ben story.
Yo, Peter Parker's had some of the yo, but he's that nigga. He is.
Yo, he had to make a deal with Mephisto, which if y'all don't know where Doctor Strange story comes from, it comes a little bit from that story. Where he makes a deal to everybody to forget him because everybody was going after him and his family. So
Yep.
Mephisto deal was your wife, you had to lose your wife and everything, you could never love again. So that's why he never got married again. And that's why Paul came in and took his wife.
Cold game.
Shout out to Paul. Paul got
But
beat up.
he, but
Peter Parker killed Paul. I want
yo,
y'all to know. Paul
but
made
but
Mary Jane a
but
superhero. How
yeah,
did Paul do that? I do not know.
I have no idea. But
But Paul did it.
Peter put Mary Jane through some shit, but like low key, she was always for the streets.
Why did they didn't even give him they didn't even give him a villain
Yo,
name. His name was Paul. That's all it was.
his
If y'all don't
name.
know, go watch some of the more recent Spider-Man. He has a villain who's the main villain now named Paul. And that's his name. He didn't turn to nobody else. I don't even know his last name. His name is Paul. And Spider-Man ripped through his guts with his venom suit on.
It be like that sometimes. Fuck Paul.
But we said Marvel. I do Marvel.
Yeah.
Paul has a great back. I don't even know. He had two kids. Peter Parker killed a man with two kids.
Yo, but you gotta think there be so many one and done like super powerful niggas in Marvel. They be doing that shit, yo. They'll be like, yo, this nigga. Remember Matthew Malloy?
They didn't know how to write. They didn't know how to write him off. So they're like, "Hey, kill him
Yo, he
before he was
gonna
born."
yo,
And
yo,
I'm like,
yo,
"Okay, all right."
that nigga gotta go. He gotta go get himself out of here, yo. He gotta go get him. It's getting. Look, we did it once with Franklin Richards. We don't want to go through this again, okay?
They had to make Franklin Richards restart the universe and go away. And
It's
just
like
become
they're like,
God, so you don't go
cause,
now.
but like I said, sometimes they smack them into this power ceiling so far. It's like, yo, this nigga is strong as hell. Think about Molecule Man, yo. Niggas be forgetting about how nasty Molecule Man is.
That
That
Doctor Doom
nigga,
trap him in a thing
yo,
and use his power.
that nigga Molecule Man was a menace of the highest caliber. Nigga named, but what do you expect from a nigga named Molecule Man? You ain't fucking with Molecule Man. You are literally made out of molecules. Everything is.
Next up, we got who did it better, animated DC.
Yeah, DC. We can't come
DC,
on.
it's not even a debate.
Yeah. You know, shout out to the early 2000s and cel-shaded Ultimate Spider-Man and the Marvel anime runs and yes, Yes, we know fucking X-Men was a thing. It was amazing. Spider-Man was too, I guess. But like,
She ain't
come
being
on, we ain't
Batman
gonna we ain't,
Begins
we
and
ain't
those
gonna
two.
do. Well, no, bruh. Justice League, bruh. We
Yeah.
ain't gonna act like Justice League didn't
The
hit. Right?
movies.
Well, no, yeah, but I'm
Flashpoint
talking about
still. I watch
I'm
Flashpoint
talking
every
about
day.
like the animated shit. Like they even get over the B roster sometimes. Justice League Dark slaps. There's a bunch of a bunch of mid carders, yo. Except for fucking Wonder Woman, and she's low key a mid carder in my mind. Even though yes, I know how powerful she is. Patriarchy.
But yeah, bro, they don't miss. They had a story about what's the name? The story when what's the one when they all die and what's that to go just the Justice League Dark when they all die?
Well, yeah. That's what I was just saying. They got over the. That's what I was just talking about. Justice League Dark, fucking. They get up John Constantine and fucking Swamp Thing and fucking like they get over the mid carders in that movie. I'm here for it.
Yeah, Constantine is amazing. That whole this was not even a debate. This was not even a debate either.
And what think about it, yo? Batman the animated series, niggas hate on it, but that shit was a slapper. If there was no
Batman
Batman,
Beyond was amazing too. I love Batman.
yeah, and it was okay at some points, but think without
I
Batman,
choose to forget toward the end.
yeah, but think without Batman the animated series, you don't get Harley Quinn. She was not a comic book character. She was literally a character they made for the show that got so popular that she was just written into all the comics.
That's how you know they got power like that.
Yeah, so
But
they
they
literally like that's just reverse getting over it. But like I don't know. Yeah, DC takes animated series easily in my opinion. Just the quality of work.
who did it better, TV slash
Shout out,
film?
shout out to Ultimate Spider-Man though, yo. Remember that shit? Fucking cell shaded it. Like that shit came on like MTV2 in like 2004 or some shit like that. But yeah, Marvel ain't got it outside of like that early late '90s X-Men, Spider-Man, fucking Iron Man was a thing. Remember the Iron Man animated series? It was not good.
It was. Next up, who did it better, TV or film? I think this is an easy one. Marvel.
Yeah, that's a gimme. Shout out to James Gunn though.
Outside of the, I'm trying to think. Outside, of, I don't know if James Gunn can do good movies outside of the ones that got like humor in it.
Yeah. It's funny, but yeah, I don't know. The DC cinematic universe, like at least we got the amazing we got Flash, and shout out to yo, what's his name? Why can't I remember his name?
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, Ezra Miller. Shout out Ezra Miller. Yeah, the best Flash we've ever seen.
CW started off good with the show, and then it
Yeah,
just ran out.
yo,
Um,
the Green
Dark Knight
Arrow.
trilogy is forever legendary, but
Yeah,
you can't live off that by yourself.
yeah,
You
but
can't. Christopher Nolan did
but
his
think
thing.
think about Green Arrow in the beginning too.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, Green Arrow was amazing in the beginning. Like it was in that last like big hurrah of network television shows, and then they just tried to the CW the DCW universe is just that shit just got a little too crazy.
I want y'all to know. I know a lot of people argue Dean Winchester would destroy Batman.
Yo, that nigga had the mark of Cain.
I don't know where they came from, but I seen somebody argue
See,
Winchester would destroy. He fought
yo,
God.
he did, and the devil. He fought the devil, but the devil as well was the
The
host.
devil was
Was
his
the host
brother.
for the
He fought him.
Archangel Michael.
He
You know,
did.
this nigga literally took the mark of Cain and wielded the
Archangel
first.
hit him and he overcame him.
He wielded the first blade, folks. Literally the first ever blade. The blade Cain used to kill Abel. Fucking,
He went to purgatory.
he survived in purgatory with a gay vampire named Benny.
He can't do that. Hey, Dean Winchester better than your favorite.
Yeah, bro. Dean Winchester. Yo, that's crazy to say, but like if we're talking about
Oh, that's gonna be a who did it better. Supernatural Buffy.
yo, that's unfair because like think about Supernatural had like 15 seasons.
Buffy had a long run there.
Yeah, but
Oh,
not
do we add
not
Angel to Buffy?
not the super, not the yeah, well, yeah, I guess you
We
would,
can put them
and
together. Come
then
on.
then maybe it, but that does I don't know if that helps it. Angel was such a fucking weird show at the time, but I think about it, I was like,
Do we add
on
Charm
like,
to this three fight? There?
yo, yo, not the remake though, not the remake of
No,
Charm,
we're not. We definitely
no,
not doing
just
it.
the original run, the
That'd be
original.
good. That'd be good. We might. Yeah.
Yo, R.I.P. Shannon Doherty. You were
Yes.
amazing. Shout out to Rose McGowan. One of the yo, she got real gnarly later in life. Shout out to her. Alyssa Milano, like
Great.
low key, probably my first white woman crush that I can think of out
She
of
was
the
my
gate.
second. Shout out to that.
Yeah.
Kimberly was my first. Pink Power Ranger.
Oh yeah. No, her fucking the angle of her face always threw me off. I was a Trini nigga low key. R.I.P.
RP. Next up, who did it better? Tone of the show. Who has better tone of the
Yo,
movie?
you got real abstract with that one. I feel like they both overdo the tone sometimes. Like, remember when Azrael fucking became Batman and shit just got real crazy real quick? He was crucifying niggas all over Gotham and shit.
Logan and Batman be getting so.
Yo, Logan, and like I said,
Logan got put on a cross
look, but then Logan
in
also
front of
somehow
Bones after he killed everybody.
look. Never forget, Logan got tricked by Mysterio into killing everyone in the X mansion. Like, what the fuck? There wasn't nobody that. Come on, how did Mysterio manage? And yes, I know, folks, it's not canon. It's an Elseworld. It's a fucking other. I know Elseworld is DC, but you know what I'm saying. Fucking,
This one is
but
kind of hard.
the tone, these niggas, the tone. You want to talk about a consistent tone? I don't think either one of them said it. We should throw Dark Horse up here and fucking bring out Image. Where's Spawn at? Spawn had consistent tone for a while, but the tone was dark. Remember Dark Hawk? Nigga just killed people, and we fucking loved it.
I think I might get this to DC,
See, I was thinking Marvel.
but it's a wash. It's a wash. Unless somebody in the comments said, but it's a wash. Even though I think Watson a little bit behind, but it's fine. He got off and got back on purpose. Okay.
The tones are different.
Who
I'm a
who
sucker for Marvel.
who did it better? Comedy.
Marvel.
I'm gonna say Marvel. I'm gonna say Marvel too.
And like I'm sure they're like shout out to like Plastic Man or fucking Booster Gold or fucking whatever other comedy characters but like I feel like Marvel does a better job. Like there are times where they can make anybody a comedic. Oh, but man, think about Lobo though.
Oh, Lobo is my.
The
Ooh, Lobo is
main
my.
man, yo, the literal main man, the fucking main character of any story he's in my opinion. I fuck with Lobo, but I'm
I think when I read the comments, I thought Marvel made me laugh outside like Lobo and stuff. I feel like DC
yeah, I
kind
feel
of
like
was all
Marvel.
serious.
Well, and until you get to like they do like cheesy comedy and like it's a bit more tongue in cheek. Maybe it's just not for me. But if I'm going like consistently, I've had super funny moments. I'd go Marvel. And I'm not even just thinking about like Deadpool moments, but there are a lot of Deadpool moments. But that's just because he lends himself to comedic writing very well.
Watson said Lobo was annoying.
Nah, see, that's why I don't fuck with Watson all like that. I fuck with you, Watson, but you know I don't fuck with your takes. But like Lobo's like nigga, like the main man, yo. Like this he wrote a space Harley. What the fuck do you mean? He rode a space Harley, yo, and just beat niggas' asses across the fuck. And like niggas paid him, and he was like, "I'm gonna go whoop you." Low key, I think fucking Dog the Bounty Hunter sort of tried to mile himself off of Lobo, and we didn't do a very good job. Cause like he, Lobo out here hawking shit, yo, for real, for real.
All
But
right.
I'm still going Marvel. But
I'm going Marvel with that too. Who did it better? Villains. DC. I love
really,
Joker gonna always be my favorite.
I fuck with the Joker, but like, man, I fuck. I don't know. I don't. I can't. I
I got
can't.
the same problem I have with Marvel in the opposite way, and with Hero. I feel like most of their villains ain't really villains in Marvel. Like half of them
Well,
become like anti-hero, and I'm like I want to say Magneto, but then he becomes anti-hero.
yeah, but
And then
like,
I'm like, okay,
think about
so
like Thanos, and I don't mean that to be played out, but like that nigga's consistently evil. Fucking you can also
listen,
think
he listen.
Mephisto is consistently evil. Fucking Doctor Doom. I feel like niggas simp for Doctor Doom, but like that don't make Doctor Doom a good person. Doctor Doom's still like the king of Latveria, nigga. Like
The problem I got with Marvel is in this situation is simply because I feel like they always try to make their villains become like these empathetic figures. I'm like, no, the Joker is just crazy.
yeah,
And
but like
it fits. Like, oh, he had a rough childhood. I'm like, I don't listen. I don't need my villain to have a rough childhood. I just need him to be insane. We still don't know why the Joker is the Joker.
well, remember we got the three Jokers story, so like they sort of. I mean, which Joker story do we want the beginning of? You know what I mean? There's the one bad day Joker. There's,
One
I
bad day
mean,
so good. All it takes is
but
one bad. Heath
but
Ledger
it's
Joker based a little bit off that one.
yeah. I don't. I have to go Marvel though. Like if I think about the villains, fucking a lot of and like if we once again if we were talking about like who's got the more powerful villains, DC does.
Like I love Doomsday.
Like
Again, Apocalypse end up being like an anti-hero half the
yeah,
time.
I fuck
I'm
with
like
the
half the people I want to say villains become like anti-hero.
I fuck with
Apocalypse is an anti-hero right now fighting his wife in the X-Men series. If y'all ain't watched the recent X-Men coming, and he's
yeah.
keeping them away from an all-out war.
Well, they're
And then
done
it
with that.
ends up
They,
being
they
bad
did
because
the
it didn't work
ten
out
of
for them. Because
they did the Ten of Swords run, and that was when he fucking ended up meeting his wife Genesis and fucking
shout out to Genesis.
yeah. We got a bunch of we got the crazy otherworld fucking mutants and the four horsemen that she had that he originally had. We got that whole backstory, but like Apocalypse sort of it tracks for him to be an anti-hero because if you think about it, that nigga was like the first mutant, so he like got the crazy racism and fucking just wanted his people to. It was a very the
Again,
story.
you know what I said? You trying to backstory. I just know it's always
But
a
I mean,
backstory to why they're
nigga,
back.
could you imagine being born a slave in
I
Egypt?
know, but
Nigga, he was born a slave in Egypt in Sabanur.
that's crazy. But like I said, every one of them like these they become an anti-hero. So I don't believe they villains. That's my point. But like they just anti-heroes who people just quit and then they be like, hey, I'm just defending my man. They don't. There's somebody who just defends himself. Like these people trying to murder him. Like listen, these people keep trying to kill him. Xavier, Professor Xavier, the bad guy. Let's just be honest.
Yo, listen, but when Thanos' grandpa pulls up, what you gonna do besides get your heart punched out?
Who's the Mephisto? Literally ain't really a villain either. He just a dude who makes deals with people for fun. He just,
No, that nigga's a villain, yo.
bruh,
Fucking remember
y'all
when?
wish for it. Everybody know the rule of wishes. You don't wish for stuff. If you didn't wish
No,
for it, he don't show
remember when this nigga took the whole city of Las Vegas to hell?
for because of a deal.
No, but I'm saying, come on, yo. This nigga took the
Somebody
whole.
shouldn't have made that bet.
He took the whole fucking city of Las Vegas to hell.
He just a gambler.
Yo, no, that nigga, come on. Think about no. There wasn't nothing nice about that.
That's what I
None.
like Noah.
Whatsoever. Wasn't no sweet and no.
Yeah, I
That
like
nigga
Noah though.
there to eat shit. Like think about
Corey, like
Galactus.
they murdered my family. I want to kill all the guys. I'm like, okay, you got to read. They deserved it.
Yeah,
His
but
family.
Gore was also being influenced by the all black necro
Yeah.
sword, which is a part of Null. So like,
I'm saying, everybody I name, I feel like they got a reason outside of Noah. And the one
um,
below all, but we ain't seen much of him.
yeah, but like it's just hulked out one above all. So like,
I'm saying we ain't seen much of him.
but like think about like the Red Hulk, yo. That nigga. Think about like Norman. Think about Norman Osborn, yo. Nigga just bad. Like even when he was good, that nigga was still just bad.
Watson agrees with you, so we got to give it to him all.
Think about Cletus Cassidy, yo. Nigga just killing shit to be killing shit, and then got a crazy symbiote that made him better at killing shit.
Since the comments agree, we have to give it to Marvel. What else we got? We only got a few more. We only got two more, actually.
Uh-huh.
Who did it better influence over, well, you basically say the culture.
Oh, niggas had a whole run where they were wearing Superman shirts. Niggas also had a whole run when they were, I don't, currently, Marvel, at a time, DC, whole lot of niggas from the early 90s, I'm guessing fucking late 80s, running around with a fucking Superman tattoo. Like, think about how many niggas got the Superman tattoo symbol tatted on them.
But you also got, you can connect that with the Spider-Man tattoo, though.
Yeah, but I feel like you see more Superman than Spider-Man tattoos. If I'm gonna be completely honest.
I'm probably going to go with DC, too, because Batman
I
was like
mean,
a culture.
yeah, Batman's the thing,
I don't
fucking
even like Batman, by the way. I think he's
yeah.
just,
I don't fuck with Bruce
but
Wayne.
I got, his
White,
influence is
white,
huge.
but white privilege is the craziest superpower ever, yo.
But I do feel like DC. If you just look at the face, like, bro, you don't hear people, bro. I think every rapper got a song called Superman.
Well, they probably did. I don't know if niggas are still doing that now.
But
But
I'm
like
just saying, you know, you look,
right now, it feels like to me that Marvel is more relevant to the culture. But like, if we're talking about overall, I feel like it's been DC.
I think Watson said DC. Unless he's behind again, but I agree. DC is important. So let's go
Yeah, yo,
towards.
that's it. But we also grew, man. It's. I feel like that's a timeline thing too. Like I feel like if we were like a few years older, we'd probably feel more that DC was because like I said, I just remember when I was young, a whole lot of niggas in the hood, like you know how many Cadillacs in the hood had Superman symbols somewhere on them.
I do. Last one, Marvel won. They were gonna win 6-5 or 7-4, whichever, or a wash. So Marvel has one, but we're gonna give DC one more. Who has the best overall universe?
That's Marvel. Fuck Crisis on Infinite Earth, nigga.
You don't like Iron Man?
No, man.
You don't like Iron Man? What about
Fuck the
Reverse
dark.
Flash? You don't like Reverse
Listen,
Flash?
Dark Knight's Metal
Wait,
was
we didn't even talk
fire.
about Reverse Flash in the villain. I do apologize because he
Yo,
just the most
hate
diabolical.
incarnate. He is hate incarnate. Uh, Shout out to him, but he is hatred
Just
incarnate.
imagine you being so you hate a man so much you cause his birth of his superpower.
Nasty work.
Like I hate you so bad that you can't never let go of your hate, so he's always born.
Yeah, and Andy jerked him off super quick and made it look like he prematurely ejaculated from a kiss.
Ruined his whole childhood, his teenage years. I mean,
I will never know. Look, I need to go and check if that's canon. Because I
that
don't
is
think
not
that
canon.
is.
I'm letting you know
I'm
right now
pretty
that is
sure
not
it's. I'm
canon.
pretty sure it's a meme, but like it's one of those memes that's been around for so long that I think we've fully taken it as truth. Because I don't ever hear any. Look, I say it all the time, and I always wait for some pushback from someone, and like I'm like, yo, niggas just accept that he's that big of a hater. That like even though he didn't do that, it sounds like some shit he do.
He'll do some amazing stuff. Marvel does have bigger universes. They have multiple styles of universes. They have 616 and all the other.
I just think about like all the all the little branching stories. I think I enjoy them more from Marvel than I do fucking NBC. Like DC, I think it's debatable that DC does like universal full scale events better, at least in comics, than fucking Marvel does. I think that argument could be made. So like I think the Marvel universe is better.
I do. I think overall, even Spider Verse, dog.
Yeah, the Spider Verse is amazing, yo. Look, I can think back to 2000 and fucking 6, 7, and I mean they had us reading fucking the characters as animals, and we was fucking with that shit, yo. Niggas was about the animal superheroes. Niggas fucked with Spider Pig. You know what I mean? They did.
Watson says Spider Man saves the world, and you see a superhero watching him like he or she is a fan. Spider Man was
Yeah.
the one I said that would be influenced, but
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, Spider Man is one of the most influential superheroes ever. Period. Point blank. It's just that like Superman and Batman were influential for quite a bit before Spider Man came around. You know what I mean? So like I'm looking at it like as the longevity as a whole. Like these niggas have literally stuck around for almost 100 years at this point, yo. When does Superman go into the fucking public domain, yo? It can't be too far. We'll see it in our lifetime.
and when you say influence, you gotta also think about the other characters too, based off Superman from Homelander.
Yeah, but think about it. Any shit that's been around so long that you're gonna have to worry about the public domain at some point, yo. That's that's the test of time being stood.
Yeah. By the way, I do want to say this. Shout out to Marvel and DC losing the title of superhero, which I didn't know they had it copyrighted. I didn't know that, but
Yeah,
apparently,
that's crazy. We can't look. Just niggas out here just copyrighting random nouns that go together.
yeah, that is wow. I do
Nah, but
appreciate y'all. Tori, you got anything else? Marvel seems to won. They won
yeah,
7-4.
but look, and yes, I am a Marvel nigga, but like, watch the episode, Chuck. I feel like we suspended our bias quite well,
We
and
did just well, we had kind of disagreed on a lot of them, so
that's true too.
but yeah, I think this is pretty. Just let us know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe. Anything else, Tori, about Marvel and DC? We can get
Um,
off here.
I hope they both continue to make stories for a really long time to come. No hate. Hopefully, uh, no, I'm kidding, yo. It's Marvel over everything. Fuck DC. Niggas suck. Ha ha ha. No, yeah. I think that's it.
Shout out to that, Tori. Sooner or later, we have to talk about the new purge that's happening that Donald Trump told us he's gonna set up.
Dude, look, look, Mr. My politic bag is very dangerous right now, but I'm always ready. You know.
So make sure y'all like and subscribe if y'all want to talk about that. Let us know in the comments if you want to talk about the future purge that's I'm like, hey, listen, with my skin tone, this might not be good for me if he's watching movies. And I'm just saying.
Yo,
Like and subscribe. You can find me at Keep It 99. You can anything that says overall 99 tour. Where can they find you?
of course, you can find me at AfroComedy765 on all platforms. You can catch me tomorrow on the Blurred Cartels Roundtable, and then right after that, back here on Keep It 99 for casual conversations. You can also catch me on Fridays on Friday Night Euro with the amazing Spider Cam, where we talk wrestling. You know the vibe, something flagrant, something inflammatory. Of course, you can catch me here on the Whiteboard Chronicles too.
Shout out to the White Boy Chronicle. By the way, I don't know what the episode gonna be about. It might just be us chilling again. But we'll see. I appreciate
Yeah,
y'all for watching. Be here tomorrow night. Wednesday night. We'll be here right after roundtable, or a little bit after. I appreciate y'all. Peace.